Hey, what's up guys? So welcome indeed to this week's Challenge Rift Guide, which is 151. We're working with a Veers Archon Wizard. So it's basically a permanent Archon build. So we've got the entire Veers set, so that is quite nice. We've also got an S of Johan here, but we've got the Fazula's Improbable Change. So as soon as we go into Archon, we're going to be able to deal massive amounts of damage with those bonus stacks. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the other piece to the Trentoto set, which you normally would want in an Archon build, but we do happen to have Messerschmitt, so we'll be able to keep up Archon 100% of the time. Usually, people use Arcane Torrent, and they just basically are able to reset their cooldowns and go back into Archon, but with this one, you just need to be able to kill enough enemies to reactivate Archon again. Mantle of Channeling and Prizeful don't really do anything for the build. In fact, you don't even need to cast Arcane Torrent. It pretty much deals 0 damage. Anyways, with Teleport, that's our mobility. With Frost Nova, we can freeze things. With Storm Armor and our Magic Weapon, these are our buffs. We'll keep these up 100% of the time. And then Archon, keep this up 100% of the time as much as you can. It only really becomes a problem with the boss if you don't eliminate him fast enough, or you just get kind of unlucky with the way he spawns in. We've got Evocation, we've got Galvanizing Ward, Unstable Anomaly, and Audacity. So if we're closer to enemies, we'll do more damage. So how this build works is basically we activate our buffs, and you can see we do 0 damage with Arcane Torrent. So don't use this for damage at all. It doesn't really do anything, I guess it procs your Gogok, but you can go ahead and just go right into Archon, and it'll deal way more damage. So basically activate all of these two abilities, Arcane Blast and Slow Time. You can pick the Laser Beam, or you can pick the Slam. Doesn't really matter. This one just seems to proc faster, but it doesn't matter. You can use either one and you'll be a-okay. But let's go ahead and hop in and do the full clear. So as soon as you go in, once again, go ahead and activate those buffs. You can teleport once over here and then go right into Archon, teleport again, and pretty much just eliminate this pack. Try to eliminate the guy before he burrows into the ground. That time he didn't burrow for too long, but sometimes you can get unlucky and he'll just burrow and sit there for a few seconds, and it's kind of annoying. But for the most part, it's not that big of a deal. You can eliminate him quite fast. And don't be afraid to activate Archon as soon as you go out of it. You should be able to keep it up pretty much 100% of the time anyways. Go ahead and teleport over here. And keep in mind, the time that you guys are seeing is me beating my own time, which is already pretty fast. So don't worry if the timer looks like we're really crunched for time. We're actually totally fine. You guys will have plenty of time to complete this. This elite pack and move on down. But you pretty much activate your explosive blast the whole time, because you can eliminate some enemies without needing to really go up to them. You just keep on spamming it. Again, as soon as Archon goes out, you need to activate it ASAP. If you don't, you can instantly rip, because the build is very squishy without it. Go and grab that with increased damage, and then pretty much with the increased damage we can just kind of roll by with the explosive blasts and pretty much one-shot majority of things that come up to us. We just lost out on Archon, which is totally fine, because we're going to go ahead and teleport right back in and eliminate these guys. Now on the floor number 2, because floor number 1 you pretty much only have one path, this is where it can get interesting. I'm going to go downward instead of upwards. You can go upwards and then you'll end up going pretty much on the same path, but I'm going to go ahead, eliminate this elite pack to min-max on time here. I think it's overall just a little bit faster. We'll go ahead and grab those and just move on downward, because the other path will eventually lead you there, but there's a long path of nothing. So on the 3rd floor, just pretty much hug the top right and you'll be a-okay. The very beginning, and then we're going to go downward. So you can see I don't have Archon for a few seconds here. I didn't eliminate enough enemies. During that time, you are very squishy. So don't try to engage anything. You will instantly get one-shotted sometimes, and it just feels bad. Coming up to another elite pack to my right. Here. Teleport. Get them down first. Focus on the elites, as always, pretty much first, because the other trash mobs will basically run into you. We're going to go ahead and kind of go downward now. We've got a few more elite packs down here. Over here. And if you have to get to the next floor, it's totally fine. There's an elite pack as soon as you go like right in. But you can see once we're not in Archon form, no damage. So you want to go ahead and just try to activate your Frost Nova if you want to. And it looks like we're going to have to go to the next floor, but that's totally fine. Because as soon as you warp in, there will be a nice little grouping of monsters here. Like I said, don't worry too much about the time. So you can see we didn't have our Archon for a second there. That's where it could get a little dangerous if you're really trying to min-max on the timer here. And you'll see that we have that Frozen that spawned on us. Go ahead and pop a potion here. And he is down. And there is the challenge rift completed. We got a 340. That's not too bad for the time. I think that should be like top 100-ish. Let's see, at a 340 we're looking at... there we go, that's 63. Only 6 off, Kappa. Alright, so there's how you complete this week's challenge rift for the Veers Wizard. But hopefully this video and guide helped you guys out. If you guys enjoyed the video or it helped you out, drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel here, hit subscribe, turn on the bell if you'd like to see more of these or more Diablo and other gaming content. We actually just recently dropped a video showing the Diablo 2 Remastered inside of Starcraft 2. It's a completely free mod for Starcraft 2 that lets you replay Diablo 2 inside of Starcraft 2. It is still currently in beta, but it's kind of cool. I'd recommend you guys check that out, and I'll pin that down below if you guys would like to see that. But thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you next week for the next Diablo Challenge Rift video. Have a good one, and I'm signing out. Peace.